civil courts operate at a lower standard of proof in terms of the fact is that you can prove a case there on the balance of probabilities. In the criminal court, the Crown has to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt, which is a higher standard. So I think in the civil court where you have issues like duty of care, it will be much easier for Miss Kirkland's estate to receive compensation for what I think is called a wrongful death. It is tragic for the accused, and it is tragic for the deceased and their relatives.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Anissa Bell Rose. Thanks to all my new subscribers, for my returning subscribers. Thank you. If you're new to the channel, guys, hit that subscribe button, turn the post notification bell on, put it on all so you won't miss an upload from me. Guys, remember to watch out all of the videos for me. Watch the ads as well. I'm on the road to 2K. Grow with me, guys. Thank you for all the support. So in this video, guys, I'll be speaking about, the little 16-year-old girl, Vanessa Kirkland, who was said to be, in a taxi, and, it was said that gunmen were in the taxi firing at police officers from 2012, guys. This is a incident that took place in 2012. Police returned fire in the vehicle somewhere on Spanish Town Road, and she was hit, 16 years old, and she passed away, guys. The 3 police officers that was involved, they were charged and convicted and was given 14 years sentence. However, they were in an appeal case, and it was reviewed by 3 judges who, acquitted them of the case, guys. And so, the family of this little girl is still in mourning, still crying, because they said that they were charged and now, they were acquitted based on, new evidences and based on what, the Crown proved to say that it's, basically manslaughter. And now, the DPP, Paula Lewellyn, speaking out on the matter. So she did an interview with someone from Nationwide News, and so I'm going to let you guys hear the recordings, and then we get back and we talk about the things then. So guys, she's pleading for, the government to give the family some form of compensation. They call it ex gratia award, because, to see that they were charged and then now they're acquitted is kind of, adding more wound to the family.
We have been trying to get in touch with the relatives of the deceased so that we can make ourselves available to explain the nuances of the law, to show why it was that as a matter of law, the Crown also had to concede. You had 6 main areas of appeal brought by the defense. The Crown was able to successfully show that 4 out of the 6 would not have had any merit, but on the last 2, the good character directions and the manslaughter, we had to concede. You had a ballistics expert from the police, the lab, but you also had Mr. Massin Odell, an expert, I think he's English, who Indicom brought in to also do ballistics work. And in fact, he found, if I recall, some 14 entry pathways into the Suzuki Swift coming from behind. But I would say that perhaps more could have been done in terms of the gun that one of the police appellants found on the scene outside on the ground. That could have been perhaps tested for DNA.
You know that more could have been done. How much of that do you attribute to Indicom being very young at the time?
I would attribute it to that. Their scenes of crime personnel did the best that they could, but it still would not have affected the decision to charge and indict, because you had a civilian witness who was an occupant of the vehicle who alleged that there was no gun in the possession of anybody. So there would have been no justification for lethal force to be used in self-defense or in the defense of another. So once you have 2 different narratives in that way, then it would be for the Crown to prove it.
So you heard it in the voice recordings, guys. Paula Lewellyn is basically saying that, witnesses said that there wasn't any gunfire, any gun at all in the vehicle. And so, she's calling for the government to compensate this family. I totally agree with the compensation, even though it cannot bring back the family member. But as to, I pray that the family will accept it, guys. So as to, it's not going to bring back the child. But to see that they have been waiting so long and to see that it overturned into an acquittal. So it's not to pacify them, so to speak, but to, just to give them some compensation for over the years that they have been grieving, and to see that, the police officers were acquitted. Now, it was 3 police officers, namely Adji Wayne Smith, Dervin Hales, and Anna K. Bailey. She's also calling on the Indicom and saying that they could have done more investigation. They could have done more, where they said that the police provided a weapon. They should have done DNA and all of that on the weapon. So in that incident, guys, it happened in 2012 and Indicom just came about in 2010. So they were about 2 years old at the time. And so she's saying that, they could have done more in terms of, running a DNA on the weapon that the police have provided to say that they found on the scene. You understand? Which in way I agree with that as well. Initially, they charged the police officers with murder, guys. And so their appeal, it found out to be that the judge was asking the jurors to consider manslaughter rather than murder, seeing that they were on duty, so to speak, and they claimed that, gunfire was coming from the vehicle and persons in the vehicle had weapons and all of that. So I guess that was on the basis of, why they never wanted murder in the appeal again. And they were telling the jurors to consider the manslaughter. And so that's the reason why they, acquitted them. So now Paula Lewellyn wants to meet with the family to explain in its entirety, what it means and what had happened, why they were acquitted. So, comment down below, guys. Let me know what you think about this. I really believe, in the government giving the family some form of compensation. It's not gonna bring back the child, as I said before, but so to just to let the family, I don't know how to explain it. It's not to pacify them, but just to kind of ease the burden and ease this type of slap in the face, so to speak, on the family within itself. So I pray and hope that the government will follow through on this and compensate this family. It's a wrongful death. I hear some person saying that she was at the wrong place at the wrong time, but it was a wrongful death. Persons were saying she willfully went into the vehicle with criminals. How would she have known if she's taking a taxi? How would she have known, a little 16-year-old girl? Sometimes I'm wondering why the people them comment. Them just take them fingers and just comment some sort of nonsense. This is a public transportation that the little girl was taking at that time. It could have happened to anybody. And so it's a wrongful death. She didn't just take up herself and go in her vehicle knowing that there was a whole lot of gunmen or criminals in the vehicle. And she just went ahead like that. So sometimes the big people, them wanna think before they comment. I just really want to get that across. Wanna think before wanna take on the fingers them and comment. Think rationally. That's the word I'm looking for. So I really pray and hope, guys, that the government will compensate this family. Because they will say that they will do one thing and they do the other, or they don't do it none at all. So, condolences again to the family. I know this is fresh again because they wanted to seek justice and to see that, your daughter will not come back. And, the police officers in the incident were acquitted, you might feel, you know, hurt all over like the system fail you guys. And so, you know, I'm praying that, you know, at least you'll accept the compensation. I know that the child is not going to be able to come back, you know, as a mother of a child, one child, an only child. You know, I cannot even fathom the pain that you're going through, mother, or to the whole family of this young little girl, Vanessa Kirkland. But, you know, Prime Minister and the powers that be, I'm praying that you listen to the attorney as well as the DPP and compensate this family. Alright guys, drop some heart emoji in the comment section for this little girl, Vanessa Kirkland. And also guys, remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Remember to go over my other platforms, Instagram and Facebook, and follow me at Anissa Bell Rose, guys. Also, I'm on the road to 2K. Support the channel by watching all the videos, guys, and even the ads in the videos. Thanks again for all the support and stay tuned for more videos. Big up on yourself.